Hello, my name is Desiree or avocado_circles, and welcome. Today I have another sketches and why I didn't finish them. Watching the first part is completely unnecessary, so you're not missing anything. But if you want to watch it, like, feel free. Like, I'm not gonna stop you. Like, I'll put it in the card. Just like, you know, you could even go as far as to like and subscribe real quick if you really want. Anyway, I'm gonna get into it. This first one is from February 9th. One of the sketches on here I actually do enjoy quite a bit, but I don't know, I feel like this canvas was cursed because I was very much trying to draw someone else at first. The first character I was trying to draw, it started as Yolanda, and then I thought it looked like Kage, so I changed it to Kage, and then it just like ended up this like horribly cursed, like she looks like absolutely possessed in that sketch, and I do not like it. Sometimes I will just like abandon an entire canvas just because I don't like a sketch that's on there. That's exactly what happened this time. But I do really enjoy how I drew that like Yolanda in the top left there. However, I don't know, the rest of the sketches on this page were just like lame. I don't know. I wasn't a huge fan of how most of them turned out afterwards. I made a valiant attempt to draw Casey going through a so-called canon event, which honestly I really wish I could talk more about, but like it is so late in the story that like it would be just like a huge spoiler as to how the story is supposed to go. So unfortunately, all you guys get to see is just this not great sketch of somebody grabbing her from behind. The next one is from the 14th of February. These are all from February, so this one's from the 14th. It's just Casey and Auburn. I didn't love how it turned out, so I just abandoned it. Honestly, I could abandon sketches just because I don't like drawing, or I'm just not feeling up for sketching that day. In this instance, I think it's Casey's face that really threw me off. What's she doing? I don't like how her face turned out. I think during this time, I've been like drawing faces like a little crooked, which thankfully I'm not doing right now, but it is so annoying when I'm just like not able to tell in the moment what is frustrating me about a drawing, because honestly the anatomy is really cute, and Casey's little necklaces and like her earring and like her scar, I don't know, she looks really cool other than the way I drew her face. Maybe I'll revisit this one. This next one is from the 16th, and this is a scrapped video idea. Basically, you know the viewer suggestion from last video, where they suggested that I put my characters into a universe? Well, the first universe I actually thought of was Steven universe. I definitely like came up with some ideas. However, I'm not actually a Steven universe fan. I just think the concept is really intriguing. So I ended up like watching a really long, like 2-hour video that explains gem placements, and then realized they use a freaking AI voiceover and immediately disrecommended their channel. Like, I told YouTube to stop recommending me their channel, like, immediately after I discovered that. I was so frustrated. Anyway, the videos were informative, unfortunately. So, I took that and I tried to design my OCs to be, well, crystal gems, including a man, but I think there's crystal gems that kind of look like men in there and have more masculine voices, and Steven exists, so that's my excuse for drawing Auburn, and Kane. We'll get there. I think I'll start with Kage because I love Kage and she's my favorite, and I love her, and I love Kage because she's my favorite. Anyway, I decided to place her gem on her cheek because I wanted her to appear helpless. Unfortunately, it's kind of like a learned trait for her throughout her life. I don't want to say too much because this is very thought out, trust. It's based on her childhood is what I'll say. Learned helplessness is a trait learned from childhood. I decided that her gem after a while would be moss agate. I don't know. I like moss agate. It's really cute, and her favorite color is green, so yeah. And then Auburn's gem placement is on his eye because he's very perceptive, and I made him aquamarine. I guess in order of in which I drew them, Yolanda was next. I don't like how she turned out. She's kinda ugly. It's fine. It's fine. As you can tell, I'm a little all over the place when it comes to this because, like I said, not really a Steven Universe fan. I can't sit down to watch a show for the life of me, usually, let alone a movie, let alone anything that requires anything other than YouTube. So there's a lot of like franchises that I'm like kind of into because the concept is cool, but I'm just not actually into it. So that being said, I kind of just like threw designs together and hoped it worked. There's cool stuff. I can't actually talk about it as much as I would like to because a lot of the stuff I thought about is cool if you know their backstory. Like Kaya's gem on her forehead, kind of making her like her logic not as sound as she would like it to be most of the time because like her gem's broken, versus Yolanda's gem being fully intact on her forehead as well. It's cool. And Kane and Jade's gems being on their palms. Kane's gem is on his right hand, signifying that he's Yolanda's right-hand man, and Jade's is on her left palm, kind of in an opposite way, signifying that she is less trustworthy to Yolanda. And there's so many things. I don't know, it's cool. And then I drew a couple of fusions. So I have Joel and Kage's fusion being Ocean Jasper, and that is like sincerely my most favorite sketch on this entire page. So cute. She's so bubbly, and she looks like a completely different character. Because Joel brings out Kage's confidence, I think, and Kage would bring out Joel's patience. So it turns into this like mischievous little like, I don't know, they're cute. And I also drew the fusion between Kage and Auburn, which I decided would be a moonstone. I don't know, it's pretty. I don't have a lot to say about it, and that's why I scrapped the video idea and all these sketches. I do like how the sketches turned out, and I feel like I did a really good job, at least with gem placement, if nothing else. This next one is from the 22nd. Not a lot to talk about here. I had a very specific idea in mind. I've been thinking about Ninja Turtles 2012 a lot. And there's this specific scene in season 3 where Leo, he's training with his brothers, but his leg's not fully healed yet, and so when he's training, he hurts it, and he's like super frustrated. And I wanted to do a very similar thing with Kage because there is a relevant story beat eventually down the line where they're fighting somebody, Kage and the other main characters of the cast. They're fighting somebody, and that somebody breaks her freaking leg. So once it's starting to heal, she tries to train, and then it hurts again. And it's so sad. But the sketches, I couldn't find a reference. I couldn't figure out the freaking pose I wanted. I had in mind, I wanted to make a little comic with it. It just didn't turn out that way, unfortunately. The sketches that I like threw a little bit of like shading behind, I like those ones, but not enough to finish them. And then the last one, it's from the 24th, and it's just a few sketches of Yolanda and Jade. I attempted to draw another character that me and my fiance have been trying to figure out what they look like for like a long time, but I feel like I failed again and I threw the sketch away. The drawing of Jade though, that is the prettiest drawing of Jade I have ever done, and I may have to go back and like color it because she's so freaking pretty right there. Her hair and her face is just like so scrumptious. Oh, but that is also the reason I did not actually complete it, is because it's not quite what she looks like, but I really, really like her hair there. I don't know, something about it isn't fully Jade. Like, I recognize her as Jade, but she's, you know, you get it. It's fine. Anyway, that about does it. Thank you so much for watching. I know it's a bit of a shorter one this time, but that's just kind of gonna be the nature of this type of video. So please like and subscribe if you enjoyed. Check out my Ko-fi page in the description. I have memberships and commissions open if you'd like some art from me. And yeah. Bye.